Does this actually work? Source media source video capture device. Oh, okay. Display capture. Crop to window. Window. Show windows with empty names. Oh, here we go. It's showing up there. Interesting. Display capture. Display 0. Manual. What? Oh, okay. That's why. Mic check, mic check. Let's see if this works. I wonder if my audio works or not. Ready? External microphone, yes. Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Okay. This is full screen. How do we do scale down to fit? Alright, hey Darshan. So, just gonna walk you through the new user flow for the squad designs, and like you recommended, I reduced the number of screens for registration. So we're just going to launch the user right into the home screen after just uh, as few as screens as possible. So we're going to put the human male UMA model here, human female UMA model goes here, and let's not use the athletic model, but we'll use the regular human male instead. And I think we would have to change some of the materials, and for the wardrobe slots, we're going to assign them and make them compatible with the human male and human female races. So what you had to do is just go into every wardrobe recipe and just make them compatible with human male and human female. And we'll try to keep the number of slot assets in the global library like very, very minimum. And you're spending some time to research UMA even more, so that will help us. And yeah, I think that's definitely a contributor to why things are overheating and why it's loading, because the number of slot assets inside the global library. So we just got to reduce those and just keep what we really need. Get rid of the hair, the beards that we don't need. Okay, so after the player selects their gender, we'll then land into the customization screen. And a lot of players recommended that we don't use the sliders, so I think we'll be better off using arrows to select the different hairstyles and skin colors. And we'll have the other options beneath this. If you can make that scrollable, that would be great. Birthday, of course we'll need that. Titan name, yes. And then this is where things are different in the flow. We'll have the player choose a class right off the bat. So there's going to be Medic, Scout, Alchemist, and Vanguard. And depending on which class the player chooses, they'll land with um, a different trait composition from the get-go. And I think we still had to discuss like how that will affect current players because they've already got points assigned to their traits. But for incoming players, that's how we'll do it. They'll just start off with additional points in whichever class. Like for Alchemist, uh, you get a head start in intelligence and in luck. Let's see, for the scouts, you get head start in reflex and in dexterity. Okay, in Vanguard, you get a head start in constitution and strength. So that's going to be really exciting for for a lot of the players, just being able to choose their class. And then we're gonna have the factions, and I think depending on which faction the player chooses, what we could do is give brand new players the the companion that goes with the faction. So we'll assign one of the habitants to each faction. So maybe the Myhara, we can give those players a Fennec Fox. The Twilight will give a default one, and the Pacific will give a default one. Okay. And then this is just showing the current player count in each faction. Um, Let me know if that's possible. I think that would be really cool to see. Um, okay, so and then this is just the tutorial for the very beginning. We could do some doozy transitions, maybe like make a fade on this text to have it fade in and out. That would be great if it's not too much work. And then this is the next slide, which is just showing painting the picture of where the player is. They are on the ship, and yeah. And then this talks about the enemy a little bit, but we don't want to show what the enemy looks like just yet until later on. Um, Telling the player about their mission. Okay, so for this screen, what we'll do is we'll put the UMA Titan here, and we'll do like a idle animation, and of course the Titan model is going to be at the lowest um, weight. What is that called? DNA weight class. So it's going to be very skinny, and then this will be the atrophied physique. We've already got this inside the current build, so you just maybe take this element inside the current build and put it here. And we'll use the same point system. Oh, this should be 1500. This is talking about the physique system. And then same thing here. And then this is different. So instead of having the player go into grind and link a wearable, let us just ask them to set up their wearable right off the bat, and that way they don't need to do that later on. And if there's a way to save which wearable the player linked for autosync, because I noticed that whenever we reinstall a new build it seems to forget that we have a wearable sync to Ultra Titan. So if you can research into that, Darshan, and try to see if there's a way to remember which wearable the player has synced. And if they don't have one and they prefer manual input, I think we just skip the screen. So that's the registration. And excuse me, we'll jump into the home screen after this. Okay, so we can discuss